guys, Chris here with Super Savvy Travelers. Hey, Happy New Year. Gigi's here somewhere and she wishes you a Happy New Year as well, and so does Pete. A lot of exciting things coming up on the channel, but let's do some housekeeping. Like and subscribe to the video and the channel and blah, 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 please. And then also our Patreon channel. There's giveaways that we give away on Patreon all the time. The one we're giving away this week is a glossary of terms for all the things you see in the listings and then all the stuff you're going to see in the house and everything. It's very confusing if you don't know what a lavastoviglie is, dishwasher, and that kind of thing. So it's a glossary of terms and you get it free with your membership. And there are other free giveaways available for when you join. And we're going to start doing giveaways like once a month. So that's one thing. Secondly, take our course. It walks you through the property purchase process and tells you who all the players are and what to expect, which is very important. And then you want to buy my book because it is how to avoid buying a property nightmare in Italy. And we've seen some pretty scary things like on forums and stuff like that. Our clients, we've been able to negotiate them around, but some people have fallen in some nasty holes that you wouldn't even expect. And in my book, I give you a checklist at the end that helps you avoid all of that stuff. So there you go. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because I want to reintroduce you to our other video, The Truth About €1 Italian Houses. And that is way 2-3 years ago that we did that. And it went pretty viral. I think we're almost up to 500,000 views on that. It is packed with great information on what kind of house to buy, what to look for, renovations and that sort of thing. And it gives you an idea of what we think about buying €1 Italian houses. So that might be valuable information for you guys. I also wanted to talk about a video I watched recently about a lady who bought a house in Sambucca. And she bought a €1 Italian house, and she bought the house next door for about $26,000, which is fine. That's not out of the realm of possibility. Closing costs were about €6,500. Seems high to me. But who knows what the specifics are. And I am not here to poop on anybody that buys their dream. God bless her. She paid it. She bought it. She renovated it. She basically did everything she wanted to do. And it's her dream. And I'm not going to poop on it. I think she got a beautiful house and a beautiful village. And she's happy. That said, her renovation was extremely expensive. And I want you to know that it doesn't have to be that way. Now, she put a lot of nice things in her house. There's no question. But you can renovate for a lot less than what she paid. So if you see, these €1 Italian house, here's what it cost me to do my $1 Italian house. And another guy spent €250,000 on a €1 Italian house in a little town in Sicily. But again, he loved his house. It's very, very beautiful. He loves his situation, so it's worth it to him. But I see a lot of those, and you don't have to do that. Now, another thing I've seen on these forums is, when you get a renovation done, make sure you budget for double the renovation cost. I've heard that from so many people. You're on budget for double. Ours have never been double. And in fact, ours have come in exactly where they're supposed to, barring something really weird. But usually Antonello sees the weird stuff beforehand and tells us about it and adds it into the project. I've never had to pay double. In fact, I've never had to pay more than what we thought it was going to be. Well, Mola, there was something that happened in Mola. I forget what it was, but it wasn't that much more. It's like, you gotta, we gotta fix this. But again, Michele told us about it at the beginning. We kind of suspected that was going to be the case. So here's what I would do to make sure that your renovation comes off as it's supposed to. First of all, have the structure looked at by an architect, geometra, or engineer before you buy it. Sometimes there's some wall cracks that are crazy, or there's a leaky roof. It may be a loose roof tile, but it may be the whole entire roof needs to come down. I saw in our village, I was out in the parking lot. I go, why does that house look different? I was just in it, previously. Why does that house look different? Well, the roof was caved in. So that happens, and you have to be aware. So yeah, have the structure looked at, understand what you're getting and what you're paying for. I know that the house with the caved-in roof, that information was given to the owner before he bought the house, so it wasn't a big surprise. Now, I would do that. And then when you get your architect, geometra, or engineer to write up the project for you, make sure that what he says makes sense. There was a little leak in one of our houses coming through, and it was basically because there was a leaky drain pipe. And the centro storical walls, they're like sponges. They bring the moisture in, and then they put it in the room, and it flakes off and everything. And I was like, oh, moisture damage. Oh, terrible. And one of these guys came over and he said, you know, we're going to have to take the roof off and take a look. We're going to have to get a scaffolding, and scaffolding in the historic center of Santa Domenica Talau, 10,000 euros. Okay. We've got to get scaffolding up here and have a look. And then I had somebody else come over. They go, no, your drain pipe is leaking and it's coming down, and you just get some elastomeric paint and you fix the drain pipe. And sure enough, it costs less than $100 to fix. So make sure it makes sense. If somebody starts talking about, well, you know, you got to do, you know, for one little thing, you got to do this and you got to do that. Get a second opinion for sure. Another time we had a little leak in our place in Sicily. And the guy said it's going to be 1,200 euros, and we're going to look at it, but it may be more when we take the roof off and look to see where the leak is coming from. And I'm like, okay, no. So again, I got another estimate, and it turns out there was some loose flashing around the chimney because Pete and the geometra droned the roof so they could see exactly what was going on. They identified the leak, they fixed the flashing, and it was 300 euros. Now this guy was going to charge us 1,200 just to open up the roof, and God knows what else would have gone on up there. So you really got to be careful. I mean, it could be a disaster. Make sure it makes sense, and don't worry about getting a second opinion. So those are the ways you can protect yourself. Again, with my book, you'll see a bunch of other ways you can protect yourself. But if you go through all of those things, specifically watch the video, I think you're really going to like it. It's entertaining. It's full of information. You should be in pretty good shape. And if you do undertake a renovation, it shouldn't be a huge nightmare. So write me in the comments. Tell me what you're running into. I get my information from you guys, what you need and want, what you have questions on, and then I can answer them in videos. So there you go, guys. Happy New Year again, and see you soon.